In this video, I want to give you natural treatments to 5 of the most common diseases that affect indigenous or the local chicken. They might be resistant to diseases, but that doesn't mean that they cannot get sick. I will give you the signs to look out for to know that your chickens are suffering from these diseases, and also I will tell you how to prepare these treatments for each of these 5 diseases. But before we get into this video, kindly, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notification so that every time that I post another educative video, YouTube will alert you. Also, make sure to hit that like button and also the share button, because they help this video to be shown to more farmers so that they can be able to get this important information. You can also tell us where you are watching us from and leave your suggestions and questions in the comment section below. First disease is the Marleck's disease. The Marleck's disease is a killer disease in chicken that is caused by a virus. Some sources say that this disease only affects the chicks, but the truth is it can also affect older birds from 6 to 30 weeks of age. Some of the signs and symptoms that you can look out for so that you can be able to know that your chicken is suffering from this disease. The main one is that you're going to see the legs will be distended in opposite direction. Also, you're going to see other normal signs like depression, lack of refusal to eat, and even death. When it comes to treating this disease, there is no particular treatment, and the only solution is to vaccinate the chicks. If you buy chicks like for the improved indigenous chicken from a good hatchery, then they will have vaccinated the chicks with the vaccine for this disease. To avoid losing your birds to this disease later in the older age, kindly vaccinate the chicks on day 1, immediately after they arrive at the farm. And when it comes to the control, after clearing or selling your chicken or that had the Marleck's disease, make sure that you properly disinfect the chicken house. Change the old litter and allow the empty chicken house to rest for at least 2 weeks. And this way you're going to make sure that the chicken house is free from the disease before bringing in the new flock. The second and most common disease is coccidiosis. I know that most organic local chicken farmers have encountered this disease in their farms. Coccidiosis is a common disease in chicken that is caused by coccidia parasites called Eimeria, and these protozoan parasites cause wounds in the digestive system of the chickens, especially the intestines and even the cecum. They lead to reddish poop from the affected chicken, and death is usually common in young chicken, but older ones are able to resist these parasites, meaning that they become carriers. And what do I mean when I say that the older birds, when they resist this infection, they become carriers? It means that they may not show the symptoms of coccidiosis, but they are going to be shedding these parasites into the chicken coop. Therefore, sometimes it's good to not introduce or to not mix up the younger hens with the older ones, because the older ones might have this disease and they are going to infect. Younger ones can become sick and die. Some of the signs and symptoms that you can look out for: number 1, you're going to see the bloody poop. You're also going to see hunched back, ruffled feathers, stunted growth, and even death. When it comes to prevention of coccidiosis, the main thing to do here is avoid water spillage on the litter from the drinkers, and you're going to solve this problem by making sure that you raise the drinkers and the feeders as the chickens grow older. And when they become adults, make sure that feeders and the drinkers are on the same level with the back of the chicken, and this will help to keep the chicken house dry, hence eliminating this infection. The first organic treatment is the aloe vera gel. The aloe vera gel is an all-rounder drug for the chicken, meaning that it can help in treating many chicken diseases, and coccidiosis is one of them. The compounds in the aloe vera helps to boost the chicken immunity, therefore helping to resist and fight off the coccidia parasites. Also, the aloe vera gel helps in healing the wounds that are formed by the coccidia parasites in the intestines of the chicken, and this helps the chicken to recover quickly and also prevent the severe illness that can be caused by this deadly parasite. What you are going to do is you are going to take the leaves of the aloe vera, then you are going to blend them. After blending them, you are going to take that mixture and you are going to add into the chicken drinking water. You can add 20 ml of this aloe vera gel into each liter of the chicken's drinking water. The second important treatment is the pawpaw leaf powder. It contains papain and vitamin A, which are very effective in handling this disease. Papain helps in killing the parasites by destroying the enzymes that make the coccidia parasites to multiply. And also the vitamin A helps in wound healing, because we have said that these coccidia parasites can cause wounds in the digestive system of the chicken. For the dosage, you are going to add 1 ml of the leaf extract, of the pawpaw leaf extract, per liter of the drinking water. You add it for 2 consecutive days. The third important treatment is the apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar contains a variety of acids that help to create unfavorable conditions for the survival of these coccidia parasites, and this helps to kill and eliminate these parasites, therefore eliminating coccidiosis. For the dosage, you're going to add 5 ml of the apple cider vinegar into each liter of the chicken's drinking water. The third most common disease is the respiratory diseases, and the reason why I have classified these diseases into one group is because they have almost the similar symptoms, and they are usually mostly caused by bacteria or the fungi or even the viruses, and they usually affect the respiratory system of the chickens, including the mouth, nostrils, eyes, and even the face. Examples of this disease include the avian influenza, infectious coryza, chronic respiratory disease, mycoplasma, and even aspergillosis. And some of the signs and symptoms that you are going to see when your chickens are affected by any of these kind of the respiratory diseases, you're going to see sneezing, swelling of the face and around the eyes. You're going to see wounds on the face and in the mouth, difficulties in breathing, watery eyes and nostrils, depression, ruffled feathers, and even death if the diseases are not treated. These diseases are transmittable from sick birds through contact. That is when a healthy bird comes into contact with this sick bird. It can also be through aerosols or the air, and also contaminated feeds and water. How are you going to prevent these diseases? Always isolate the sick or suspected birds and treat them separately. Also fence your farm properly to ensure that your chickens from the neighbors do not introduce these killer diseases into your farm. Also good housing to ensure no wild birds can enter the chicken house. If you buy new birds, before you introduce them into the flock or mix them with the rest of the flock, first let them stay separately so that you can observe if they can be having any of these respiratory illnesses. So the first treatment, you are going to need turmeric and pepper, and here is a procedure that you are going to use to prepare this treatment. For the dosage, you are going to add 1 teaspoonful of this treatment into each 3 liters of water. Severely affected birds can be given this treatment via the mouth. The second treatment is garlic, and to prepare this garlic treatment, we are going to remove the cover of the garlic, crush the cloves in the mortar and pestle, or using any other method. Then you are going to add 1 teaspoonful of the crushed garlic into 3 liters of water. The fourth important disease is the Newcastle disease virus. The Newcastle disease is one of the most deadly viral diseases in chickens. Even after the vaccination, you may find that birds have some symptoms of this disease, and that is why it is important to give them organic treatments, not to replace vaccines, but as a way of strengthening their immune system so that they can be able to overcome these symptoms. And some of the earlier symptoms include sneezing, nasal discharge, coughing, greenish and watery diarrhea, depression, drooping wings, and swelling around the eyes and the neck. As the disease progresses, the signs that you are going to see are the torticollis, or the twisting of the neck. You're also going to see muscle tremors, paralysis, and even death. And at this stage, it's very hard to treat this disease. For the prevention, use a verified vaccination schedule. Also ensure you observe good biosecurity measures. For the treatment, and the first one is a treatment made of onion, garlic, and honey. And here is a procedure that you can use to make this treatment. And the dosage for this treatment is 1 teaspoonful per chicken for 10 days via the mouth. The second treatment, you are going to need red pepper, wood ash, a liter of water, and aloe vera leaves. And here is a procedure to prepare the natural treatment. You're going to give this treatment to your chickens for 4 days. And the third treatment, you will need oregano, rosemary leaves, and also the lemon. And here is the procedure that you can use to prepare this natural treatment. And for the dosage, for this treatment, it's 150 ml per liter of the chicken's drinking water. And the last important disease is the worms. Okay, the worms may not be exactly a disease, but it is one of the most common conditions that we find in the local chickens. Worms attack walls or the lining of the gastrointestinal tract of the chicken, causing poor digestion of feed, poor absorption, and poor feed conversion efficiency. And some of these worms include the roundworms, the tapeworms, sickle worms, gapeworms, and others. Some of the signs and symptoms to look out for: you're going to see diarrhea, depression, slow growth rate, anemia, because you know these worms suck the blood, there's going to be weight loss, gaping, and this is caused by the gapeworms, which affect the inner lining of the trachea, and you're also going to see decreased egg production. Here are some of the natural dewormers that you can use, and it is good that you deworm your chickens after every 2 months. So the first one is the apple cider vinegar. You're going to add 1 teaspoonful into each drinker of the chicken's drinking water. And the second treatment is the food grade diatomaceous earth. You are going to add 20 grams of this white powder into each, and make sure that you buy the food grade one. You add 20 grams of this powder into each kg of the chicken feed. The third good dewormer is the pumpkin seed powder. You are going to add 20 grams into each kg of the chicken feed. And for the garlic, you're going to take 1 teaspoonful and add into each liter of the chicken's drinking water. To know the common diseases that affect broilers and their organic natural treatments, make sure that you hit the video that is on your screen right now.